A lot of people ask me, am I a manager of some sort for Diana? And I laugh and I always say no, but I am a promoter of music, and I love promoting a woman, a young woman that's just maturing and doing beautiful, beautiful pieces of music, as we are going to hear in this video. And I have to say, I am totally for this young woman, promoting her in the West to everybody that speaks English, because even when she sings in Russian, she has such a vocal prowess. Her voice is so liquid gold that I feel the world needs to hear this voice. It relaxes you, it's meditative, and it's one of those voices that just spellbounds you. There's no other word in English. You're just completely spellbound. I called her some months ago in an earlier reaction the princess of pop music in Russia, and justifiably so. And a lot of reactors now call her the princess, and they obviously have seen my video and went, oh, she's wearing a crown, because I made up a special thumbnail, put a crown on her head, because she deserves it. She has been through such a lot as a young woman. 2020 was a very upsetting year for her, where Diana has, seen her vocal coach pass away, and also her foster father passed away as well. So it was a very upsetting year, but also it was a very good year for the young woman of Russian pop music. And she does folk and she does theatre songs as well. But I found a song that compelled me to make yet another reaction, because I just want to keep in 2021 promoting her every couple of weeks. And I tend to do a lot of videos and then I slip in Diana again, simply because she just, it's like there's an endless supply of material. There's so many songs that she covers, but I always fall back on her Russian native language when she sings, because I feel it's so compelling and it's so beautiful that the world needs to hear this young woman. Yes, she does sing in English and French and other languages as well shortly after, and it's just continuous with this young woman. She just keeps singing away, producing wonderful songs, so I'll always be reacting. So take it away, Diana, with a beautiful Russian ballad. And again, I will appreciate the fans telling me what the name of this song is, so I can get the lyrics and add it to the video. Thank you for listening. Take it away.
Огромное спасибо за такой теплый прием. Еще раз повторюсь, я очень рада сегодня быть в своем родном городе, видеть родные лица. И мне очень приятно, что меня вновь сюда пригласили. И песня, которую я сейчас исполнила, это песня из моего первого сингла, специально для меня написана, и я выбирала тему для этой песни, извиняюсь, так получилось. И она, правда, очень мне дорога. Я надеюсь, что она вам тоже понравилась, потому что Родина — это все-таки очень важно для меня, по крайней мере.
большая волна за кормой. Важен каждый миг, что случается в жизни со мной. Парус мой, плыви к берегам любви. На волнах судьбы обо всем забыть, я расправлю свой парус. Как бы шторм ни бил, знаю, хватит сил, я с любой волной справлюсь, верю я. На волнах судьбы, обо всем забыв, я расправлю свой парус. Как бы шторм ни бил, знаю, хватит сил, я с любой волной справлюсь. На волнах судьбы, обо всем забыв, я расправлю свой парус. Как бы шторм ни бил, знаю, хватит сил, я с любой волной справлюсь, верю я. Верю я.
Диана Анкудинова.
Absolutely beautiful, Diana. Absolutely beautiful. And again, if you're one of her many, many fans, there's millions of fans around the world now, I'm asking you to tell me the name of that song so I can add the lyrics. Now, a few interesting facts for those that don't really know Diana. Diana started on You Are Super, which is a talent competition show on the Russian NTV television network. If you think of X Factor, that kind of thing, it's that kind of thing. It was for disadvantaged children who have spent some significant part of their childhood without parental care. And fans of Diana know that she came from an orphanage. And one of the orphanage workers, I remember saying this in an earlier reaction, turned around and said that she always remembered Diana singing and dancing. So Diana from a young age always wanted to sing and dance. And You Are Super has unique rules. There are 4 jury members who sit facing the contestants. At the initial face-to-face, the performance of the participants is evaluated by those 4 members of the jury, and they vote for the passage of the applicant to the next round by pressing a button. In the first round, the performer needs to get at least 3 votes, in which case the scene turns green. And if the required number of votes has not been received, the stage turns red. In the second round, each performer must collect at least 3 votes, after which the performer goes to the waiting room. At the end of the episode, amongst all the selected participants, each of the 4 jury members chooses 1 performer each. So it's a bit like The Voice choosing people for their team, in a way, who will be, and then they'll go to the semi-finals. In each of the semi-finals, the contestants enter the waiting room again, only if all members of the jury have pressed buttons. Now, in all other performances of Diana, both in the 2018 and 2019 seasons, I'll explain that one in a minute, all 4 of the 4 members press their buttons. At the end of the semi-final episodes, each 4 judges must gain and choose 1 participant who then gets to go right to the final. The winner of the final episode of the televised competition is chosen by the viewers via your phones. Now, Diana won the 2018 season of You Are Super with 49% of the vote of the viewing audience. Now think of how many people live in Russia. 49%. That's incredible. Now in 2019, the season of the show was called Super Season and was to consist mostly of the past winners and finalists from previous seasons. As a 2018 winner, Diana was invited back, and she also won the 2019 Super Season. Immediately after the announcement of Diana's win of 2018 US Super, one of the jury members, Igor Krutoy, who also manages Lara Fabian and opera singers, I can't think of her name, it escapes me, and also he does many wonderful things. He's a composer and writer of almost theatrical music, and also governs Dimish and his success. So promised to give Diana an apartment in Moscow so that she could continue her musical studies. Diana was given the keys to the new apartment in 2018, where she continues to live to this day. So that is an update of her background. And then in 2020, as I said, she was accepted as a Russian student of the Theatre of Arts. She won the 4th season of US Super program with the song Into the Sky. In 2020, Diana's voice teacher, Olga, passed away. And at the end of 2020, in December, Diana's foster father died. So 2020 was a very turbulent year. And then she came into, and in 2020, listen to this everybody, she decided to attempt to finance her first full CD album through crowdfunding using the Russian crowdfunding website, which is called Boomstarter. When the crowdfunding period expired in early 2021, Diana had reached not 80%, not 100% of her target. She reached 236%. So she got more than she ever anticipated to make that album. That was the demand. That was how much people absolutely love her in her home country and her goal. Now, this year alone, on March 26, the official video for Happiness was released. Now, people have asked me to do a reaction to Happiness, and I feel at the moment I am catching up with Diana's career. So I am just going through many songs like this one and many other different videos. I will eventually do a reaction further in the year to Happiness. But at the moment, I have many songs from fans. I found my fan book. I missed it for a couple of weeks, and then I found it. And I won't say where it was. So I'm able to now go through the fans' recommendations from previous, and eventually I will get through to Happiness. But Happiness comes in many forms, and listening to that wonderful young woman's voice just makes me so happy going into the weekend. I always do my videos from Thursday on. So today is Friday in Dublin, and I'm going into the weekend very happy. I adore her and I adore her voice, and I'll keep supporting her. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I look forward to the fans telling me what the name of this song is, and so I can add the lyrics. And until the next reaction, stay happy, stay positive, and keep smiling. We've been through a lot with the pandemic, and now it's lifting. There's different variants going on, but let's keep positive, let's keep happy. And with music like Diana's and a voice like that, how can you not be happy? Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening. Take care.